everyone! Here I am with my second tutorial in the English language. I made another tutorial in the English language, and if you want you can have a look at it. I will put the link in the description down below and in the info box. I made this square a few months ago, and I made a beautiful bag with it. And if you want, you can have a look at the tutorial of the bag. I will put the link in the info box. I made this square with a cotton yarn, and I used a 3mm hook to work the yarn. The measure of this mandala square is about 12 centimeter. It looks very nice. I like it very much, and it's very easy to work. The stitches I used are double crochet, single crochet, the spike stitch, which is this one, and the picot stitch, which is this one. They are very simple. And in case you have some questions or doubts, please write it down in the comments. I will be very happy to answer you. I hope you will like my tutorial, and if so, please put a thumb up and consider to subscribe to the channel in case you haven't yet done it. This will help me very much. I mean, this will help my channel very much, and I will be very much encouraged to more tutorial in the English language. So thank you very much for watching, and let's start the tutorial. Here we are. We start our work making a magic ring. So let's see once again how we make a magic ring. So we keep the yarn between the fingers, and then we cross the yarn like this. We insert the hook, grab the yarn, and then we make a chain like this, and this is our magic ring. Now we are gonna do 3 chains that will substitute our first double crochet. So inside this magic ring we are going to work all together 16 double crochet, the first one being this one. So the 3 chains substitute the first double crochet. So we are gonna make now 15 double crochet inside the magic ring. So this is our first one, the second one, third one, and so on until the end. And all together we are gonna have 16 double crochet, and the first one will be substituted by the 3 chains that we make at the beginning of the round. So I'll meet you at the end. So there we are at the end. So let's count the double crochet. So the first one, which is made by the 3 chains, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16. So this is our last double crochet, and now we are gonna insert the hook in the 3rd chain that we made at the beginning, grab the yarn and make a slip stitch to close the round. Then we make a chain to block our work, and then we cut the yarn. Okay, that's it. So let's block our work, and this is our first round already finished. So let's start our second round. Of course, we are gonna hide the tail at the end of our square. will hide all the tails at the end of our work. So as a second color, I am going to use an orange color. So we insert the hook in the opposite side from where we close the round. So I'm gonna insert the hook here. I'm gonna grab the new yarn, pull through, and then I'm gonna put the tail of the yarn around my hook to block and hide a bit the yarn. I'm gonna grab the yarn and make a slip stitch. Then I'm gonna tighten this tail to block the yarn, okay? And now I'm going to insert the hook here, and I'm gonna make a single crochet like this. And of course, while I'm working, I'm gonna hide the tail in the stitches, in the next stitches. So this is our first single crochet. Now I'm gonna make a chain, and then I'm going to insert the hook in the next double crochet from the previous round. So I'm going to insert the hook here, and then of course I'm going to hide the tail of the new color. I'm going to grab the yarn and make a single crochet, and then again one chain, insert the hook in the next double crochet of the previous round, and grab the yarn and make a single crochet, and then one chain, and insert the hook in the next double crochet, grab the yarn and make a single crochet. So, and we are going to repeat this pattern until the end of the round, where we are going to meet together at the end of this round. Here we are at the end of our round. I'm gonna make my last single crochet in the next double crochet like this, then one chain, then I'm going to insert the hook inside the first single crochet and make a slip stitch, and this is the end of our second round. Then one chain, cut the yarn, and that's it. That's the end of the second round. Now, of course, all together you should have 16 single crochet. So let's grab the third color and let's start the third round. My next color is a mint green, which is I think a nice contrast together with the orange color. In this round, we are going to work in the spaces between the two single crochet where we made our chain. Okay, so these are the single crochet and this is the chain of the previous round. So we are going to insert the hook in this chain, grab the yarn as we made in the previous round, of course put the tail around the hook and then make a slip stitch. And here in each of these spaces between the single crochet, we are gonna work 2 double crochet closed together. So the first, in this case, the first double crochet will be substituted by two chains. So 1, 2, then we grab the yarn, insert the hook again in the same space, and make a double crochet not closed. We are not going to close the second double crochet, of course, because we are going to close the 2 double crochet together like this. So I have 2 loops on my hook. I'm gonna grab the yarn and pass through, and these are the first 2 double crochet closed together. Then we are gonna make a chain, put the yarn on the hook and then insert again in the next space between the two single crochet, and then make a double crochet but not completed. Then we grab the yarn again, insert the hook again in the same space. We pass through, but we close the two double crochet together. So I have 3 loops on my hook. I'm gonna grab the yarn again and pass through the 3 loops like this. And this is our second group of double crochet, 2 double crochet close together. Then I'm gonna make 1 chain, grab the yarn, insert the hook in the next space and make a double crochet not completed. Then grab the yarn again, insert the hook again in the same space, grab the yarn, pass through without completing the double crochet. Then I grab the yarn again and pass through the 3 loops. And this is our third groups of double crochet closed together. Then I'm gonna make 1 chain, and we are going to repeat the same pattern until the end of the round. So, in the next round we are gonna work in the spaces between the 2 double crochet closed together. So exactly on the chain, in the space created by the chain between the 2 groups. And we are gonna start as usual on the opposite side from where we closed the previous round. So I am going to insert the hook between the 2 groups. I'm gonna grab the next yarn over, and to fasten the stitch I'm gonna put the tail around the hook, then grab the yarn and pass through. And then in this round we are going to work a group of 3 double crochet in the spaces between the 2 groups of double crochet closed together of the previous round. So now we are gonna make 1, 2, 3 chains, which will substitute the first double crochet of the first group. So what we do now is 2 double crochet in the same space. So 1, and then yarn over, and then our third double crochet. So this is our first group of 3 double crochet, of which the first one is substituted by the 3 chains. Then yarn over again, and then insert in the next space and make 3 double crochets. So 1, 2 and 3. So this is our next group of 3 double crochet, and we are going to repeat this pattern all over this round until the end. And I'm gonna meet you at the end of this round, which is very, very simple. Here we are at the end of the round. I'm gonna insert the hook in the 3rd chain from the beginning and make a slip stitch, and then a chain to fasten off. Cut the yarn, and this round is completed. Here we are. And then we are gonna grab the next color, which will be, in my case, a yellow, a very bright color. Since the violet is a little bit dark, I wanna use a very bright and lively color to make a nice contrast. And with this yarn, with this color, we are going to insert the hook in the 2nd double crochet of the group of the previous round. So this is a group. Of course, we start as usual on the opposite side from where we finished. So we start exactly here, and we insert the hook in the double crochet in the center of the group. So these are the 3 double crochet. I'm gonna insert the hook in the second one. Then yarn over, then put the tail around the hook to fasten the yarn, and then pull the yarn, and we can start our next round, which is very simple. But in this round we are going to use a particular stitch which is called spike stitch. I'm gonna show you how to make it, but first we insert the hook in the same stitch from where we started, and we make a very simple single crochet, then another single crochet in the next stitch, in the next double crochet, so 1 single crochet, and then we are not going to work in the previous round, but instead we will insert the hook in the group of 2 double crochet closed together, which is this one, and we insert the hook exactly here. Then we grab the yarn, pull through, and we keep the yarn not too tight. We try to keep the yarn a bit loose so that we can bring the yarn at the same height of the other loop, exactly here. And when we have the 2 loops on our hook at the same height, we grab the yarn over, and we pass through. And this is our first spike stitch, which will be worked in the group of the 2 double crochet closed together. Now in the next stitch, which is the first double crochet of the group of 3 double crochet of the previous round, we are gonna insert the hook here and make 1 single crochet. Then in the next stitch another single crochet, and then in the third one more single crochet. So 3 single crochet in each double crochet of the previous round. And here, as we did before, we insert the hook in the group of the 2 double crochet closed together, yarn over a little bit loose, we reach the same height of the loop of the single crochet, yarn over and pull through, and this is our next spike stitch. And again 1 single crochet in each double crochet of the previous round, and so on. You repeat this pattern until the end of the round, and when we are almost at the end of the row, I will meet you to show you how to finish your round. I am almost at the end. I need to do my 3 single crochet, 1, 2 and 3, and then be careful not to skip our last spike stitch, which will be made here, so remember not to skip it. So insert the hook in the last group and make your last spike stitch. And of course also don't skip the first stitch of the first group down below. So if you remember, we started in the second, working on the second double crochet, and we skip the first stitch, which will be worked now. So after the spike stitch, insert the hook in the first double crochet of the group of the 3 double crochet of the previous round, insert the hook, make your last single crochet, and then make a slip stitch on the first single crochet you worked at the beginning, like this, and then fasten off with a chain, cut your yarn, and this is the end of the round. There we are. You see, it's very, very nice. And now we're gonna start the next round. So in this round, we are going to start, of course, as usual, on the opposite side from where we finished, and we start exactly working on the spike stitch of the previous round. So this is our spike stitch. I'm gonna insert the hook here. I'm gonna grab the yarn, then I'm gonna put the tail of my new yarn around the hook and fasten the yarn on my work. Then I'm gonna make 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, which will be my first, which will substitute my first double crochet. Then yarn over and then insert the hook in the second single crochet of the previous round. So this is my first, this is my second. I'm gonna insert the hook here, yarn over and make 1 double crochet, and then I'm gonna make 2 chains and then yarn over and insert the hook in the same stitch like this and make another double crochet. And this is my first V stitch, which will be made up of 1 double crochet, 2 chains and 1 double crochet in the same stitch. Then yarn over, insert the hook in the spike stitch and make 1 double crochet. And this is the pattern that we are going to repeat until the end of the round. So let's make our next stitch together. So yarn over, insert the hook in the second single crochet of the previous round. So 1, 2, this is the second, insert the hook here and make 1 double crochet, then 2 chains, and then again 1 more double crochet in the same stitch. Then yarn over, insert the hook in the spike stitch and make 1 double crochet, and repeat this pattern until the end, where we are going to meet again. Here we are, almost at the end of the round. What I need to do now, this is my double crochet on the spike stitch below. So what I'm going to do now is insert the hook in the second single crochet of the previous round, make 1 double crochet, 2 chains, and then 1 more double crochet in the same stitch, and there we are. The only thing that we need to do now is insert the hook in the third chain of the beginning and make a slip stitch, and that's it. 1 chain, cut the yarn and fasten off. And this is our second last round, which is all completed. Now we are going to do our last round. My last round will be with the red color. We start as usual on the opposite side from where we finish our work, and we insert the hook in the V-stitch here where we have the 2 chains. So I'm gonna insert the hook here, grab the yarn, pull through, tail around the hook, and yarn over and pull through and fasten off. This is, in this round, we are going to do first 3 chains, which will be our first double crochet, and then I'm gonna make 2 more double crochet. 1 and 2 in the same space, of course. So this is our first group of 3 double crochet. Now we are gonna do 1, 2 chains, and the stitch which we are going to do now is called picot stitch. So 2 chains, then we insert the hook here, we take these 2 loops. So this one is our first loop and this is our second one. So we insert the hook exactly here, yarn over, and then we just make a slip stitch like this, and this is the picot. If you want, I am going to repeat for you once again. So let's start again from this, the chains. So we are going to do 1, 2 chains, then we insert the hook in these 2 loops. This is our double crochet. We take this loop and then the near one like this, yarn over, and then we make a slip stitch, and this is the picot. Okay, then yarn over, and then in the same space we make one more group of 3 double crochet. 1, 2 and 3, like this. Then we insert the hook in the next stitch, which is the double crochet of the previous round, and we make a single crochet. And this is the pattern we are going to repeat until the end of the last round. So once again together, yarn over, put the hook in the V-stitch below and make your first group of 3 double crochet. 1, 2, and this is our third one. Then 2 chains, insert the hook in these 2 loops, yarn over, and make a slip stitch, and this is the picot stitch. Then yarn over again and make the second group of 3 double crochet in the same space. 1, 2 and 3, and then a single crochet in the next stitch, which is the double crochet of the previous round. So make a single crochet, and then again in the V-stitch of the previous round, the 2 groups of 3 double crochet with the picot stitch on the first group. 2 and 3, and then 2 chains, and then the picot and the slip stitch, and then again 3 more double crochet, and repeat the pattern until the end, where we will meet together at the end of the round. Here we are. I have just finished working my last group of 3 double crochet, and what I need to do now is just make my last single crochet and then insert the hook in the 3rd chains of the beginning and make a slip stitch and this is the end of our square. So let's make a chain to fasten off, 1 chain, then cut the yarn and fasten off. And this is the end of our mandala granny square. There we are. Then of course you will have to fasten off all the tails behind the granny square, and once it's done, this is how it looks like. So I like this pattern, I like this granny square very much. You can do whatever you like with it. For example, you can make a cushion, you can make a blanket, or whatever you like. I personally made a bag, and I'm so happy on how it came out. If you want, you can have a look of my bag and of my tutorial, and I will put the link of the tutorial of the bag in the description and down below and in the info box. In case you are interested in the translation of one of my Italian tutorials, please write it down in the comments. And if you have any questions or whatever you like, please write in the comments. And if you like the tutorial, I will be very happy if you put a thumb up and if you subscribe to the channel in case you haven't yet done it. This will help me very much, and this will encourage me to make more tutorials in the English language. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time. Ciao ciao!